El Colegio Nacional de Educación Profesional Técnica les da la más cordial bienvenida al plantel Tlalpan 1, a este segundo encuentro nacional de docentes de inglés, intercambio de buenas prácticas y nuevas estrategias. Agradecemos a los docentes de todos los colegios estatales de la Ciudad de México y del estado de Oaxaca su asistencia. Me permito presentar a las personas que nos acompañan esta mañana. La maestra María Elena Salazar Peña, secretaria académica. Al director de formación académica, doctor Pedro Jesús García Escamilla. En representación de la licenciada María Sonia Moreno Cruz, contamos con la presencia del coordinador de académico para la Ciudad de México, el matemático Armando Gallegos Martínez. A la licenciada Blanca Estela Hernández Nava, directora del plantel Tlalpan 1. Y al doctor Adonai Gutiérrez Medina, profesor del CONALEP Jalisco e instructor del Duolingo. Cedo el uso de la voz al doctor Pedro Jesús García Escamilla, director de formación académica.
Thank you again for coming. My English is not very well, but I can try to speak. Thank you. Dear ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. It's an honor for me and my team to receive them in school Tlalpan 1. I'm allowing myself to read the following words for you. I want to express my sincere gratitude for being here in this second National Teacher Meeting. Today, we summon to the most outstanding teachers of CONALEP to share their experiences in important topics as national and international mobility, the use of interactive platforms as Duolingo, the certification of competences, the use of TICs as in the creation of a blog and even the participation of a scholarship holder from these schools to other countries. I also want to tell you that we have 307,000 students and more of 16,000 teachers distributed in 308 in the country, schools in the country, which 1,400 give at least one subject in English. That is our target population. Definitely, the goal is huge, but none of those are alone. The idea of Gather Together is in order to share our cases of exit and begin to generate a community CONALEP integrated by teachers, administratives, and even students who can adopt new ways of teaching and achieve what companies are requiring of our graduated students who know how to speak in English. Finally, I am thankful to confirm to the agreements with different schools. Today, we are going to know some of them, but we are developing others with certificated companies for your benefits as English teacher and the students. I'm pretty sure that one of these days we will have agreements and conclusions in benefit to all of you. Again, welcome and thank you very much, and I'm sorry for my pronunciation.
Thank you very much, Dr. Escamilla. Cedo el uso de la voz al doctor Adonai Gutiérrez Medina, profesor del CONALEP en el estado de Jalisco.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me here. This is exciting. I want to thank to CONALEP authorities, coordinators, and all the human resources that made possible this event, this second meeting for English teachers. This is very important because we have the opportunity to share our experience working with the platform Duolingo. Thank you very much for having me here.
Escuchemos ahora el mensaje de la secretaria académica, la maestra María Elena Salazar.
Good morning. Excuse me for my English. It's not for good, but I try to communicate with you. Good morning. I could start with the offering of apologies because my English is not as good as the English as the teacher that today are present here, and teacher that is time could not be here. Instead of, I will give you the best English version of me, and I sincerely ask you for your support in this challenge of organizing a fully English event for you, and that include my participation in this message. Academic Coordinator Armando Gallegos Martínez, in representation of PhD Jorge Galileo Castillo Vaquera, Chief on Operation of Unit for the Federal District. I appreciate the presence and hospitality of Blanca Estela Hernández Nava, Principal of Camp Tlalpan 1. Thank you for the wide opening of this camp for this national event. PhD Pedro Jesús García Escamilla, Director Academic and Preparation. PhD Adonai Ariel Gutierrez Medina, Teacher of Campus Tamazula at Jalisco and Instructor of Duolingo Learning website. Dear teacher and administrative staff, please be all welcome to the second national meeting of English teacher, exchange of good practices and new strategies establishment. Our Executive Director, Candida Victoria Gil Jimenez, sent us her greeting and apologize for not being present in this important event in the academic history of CONALEP. However, she is fully informed of our action during the national meeting. The presence of the teacher at this meeting is something that I do not have enough words, that even in Spanish, to express my most deeply appreciation. I only can use this opportunity to tell them that you are always in our mind. We want the best for you and for our students. Please receive this national meeting as you recognize for your effort, dedication, attitude, and your vocation of service. 14 months ago, we celebrate the first meeting in English teacher, whose objective was to share and integrate the best practices for teaching and learning English. Now, after achieving more experience, and some of you had attended training courses in universities of the United States or had taken online training, it is the moment to gather, analyze, compare, and select all the success practices, and we all establish the best new strategies for teaching and learning English. As an example of these new strategies, I'm proud to present after you the 3-year collaboration agreement between CONALEP and Duolingo. This is a copy for this agreement. It is signing with our authorities in the Duolingo in Mexico. This is evidence. Duolingo is a language learning website. It was created by a visionary man from Guatemala, PhD Luis Bonan Arellano, and its use is for free. In this context, I ask you beg for your support in order to invite to all teachers and students to take full advantage of Duolingo. It is one of the most recognized and awarded websites in the world. I am sure you will fall in love with Duolingo. I am sure. Very soon. Duolingo is a supporting tool for learning English. It is great for helping our classes, teachers, and students. This will allow that at the end of the term of the agreement, student who entered in 2016 at our school, I have reached the level of communicate English which require employer in each meeting that what which CONALEP is present. We'll achieve this vision, applying the concept of responsibility in our purpose to become life-changing people. This day, we started this great innovation because this is the way that we have to go to become part of the economic and society of knowledge, which is based in science, technology, and innovation, concepts that are aligning with English language. In this second meeting, we will experience new techniques, methods, and tools to teach, learning, and applying of English language on solving international situations. This challenge involves first, each of us to break our own paradigms and current habits, because in order to transform our lives, it's necessary to break on and rebuild in a better, more advanced version of ourselves, with skills and competencies of higher added value. It is your responsibility to be a living example of transformation for our students. We will show that here in the CONALEP begins the economy and society in knowledge. These two purposes impact directly on the development of English language skills, which enable our students to be ready for a later process in life. We will bring these skills to the highest level of Mexico. We will overcome this challenge and we will accomplish it together. I have the conviction that we will achieve this challenge. So since this moment, I congratulate all of you. Proudly, CONALEP. Thank you very much. I ask you and apologize for my pronunciation. It's not good that I try to communicate with you. Thank you very much.
Con esto damos por inicio los trabajos del segundo Encuentro Nacional de Docentes de Inglés, intercambio de buenas prácticas y nuevas estrategias.